Happy Tuesday, everybody. Ismail Kolia is your realtor, associate broker with eXp Realty, as well as the director of education for the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals, and also education content creator for the South Asian Agents Group at eXp Realty. Today's topic is 2021. Believe it or not, 2021 is almost just about 6 weeks away, and it is right now that we need to focus on our goals and objectives for the next year so that we can have a plan in action when New Year hits. All right, so before you start with your goals and objectives, you want to know your why and who are you doing this for, and why are you doing this? What is your motivation? What is your driving force? All right, for me, for example, I'm 43 years old. I want to retire in the next 7 years at the age of 50, and when I do that, I want to have a comfortable life for my family. All right, and after I retire, I would like to volunteer and create a children and pet adoption place. All right, that's my goal, that's my dream, and I hope that you will also join me in that. In fact, I've even gotten a name for it, hopefully, which is Hugs and Wags. All right, so that's my goal, that is my dream, and that is my why. Now that I know my why, and now that you know your why and your motivational driving forces, let's talk about what. What is it that you'll need to do in order to achieve your why? What is it that you'll need to do to either travel around the world, if that was your why, or retire at 50, or give to charity, whatever it is your why is, what it is that you'll need to do in order to achieve your why. All right? Is it number of closings? Is it real estate sales? Is it owning investment properties and have rental income coming your way in residual income and so forth? What is it that you'll need to do to achieve that? All right, it should be. And then now that you know what you need to do, let's talk about how you will do it. All right, how many closings will you need per year? How many closings will you need in the next year, 2021? If you are building a team, how many agents will you want in the next year? Be specific, be measurable, and be reasonable also. If you are currently doing, say, 10 closings per year, don't say I'd like to do more closings next year. That's not measurable, right? More than what? More than who? Be very specific, right? So if you're doing 10, for example, say I'd like to do 25 next year, right? Also be reasonable. If you're doing 10, don't say I'd like to do 100 next year. That, in my opinion, may be a little bit unreasonable and unachievable perhaps. So be reasonable, but be also measurable, so that you can measure when 2021 ends, you can say for sure, yes, I did 20 closings, yes or no. But if you simply say, I'd like to do more closings, well, what does that mean? If you do 11 closings, well, that was more, right? So be measurable, but also be specific and be reasonable, okay? And then also, for example, for me, I'd like to have 25 closings next year. Right now, my average is around 15 closings per year. I'd like to bump it up to maybe 25, let's say 30, right? So I'd like to do 25 to 30 closings next year. All right, now let's talk about how you will achieve that objective, okay? How many people will you need to talk to per day in order to have 25 closings? How many people will I need to talk to in order to have 25 closings in 2021? Industry average tells us that for every 50 conversations you will have one closing. Every 50 conversations you will have one closing. All right, great. So now that I know that, let's multiply 50 conversations by the 25 closings that I would like and find out what that is. That brings me to 1,250 conversations per year. I need to have 1,250 conversations. These are conversations with different people, not the same people, not the same, let's say 100 people I'm having conversations with. No, 1,250 different people, different conversations I'm having about real estate, okay? And then now that I know I need to have 1,250 conversations, let's divide that by 10 months, right? Why are we doing 10 months? We're going to minus 2 months for all of the holidays, all of the time off, all of the weekends, and all of that stuff. So we're going to have 1,250 conversations divided by 10 months. That's going to lead us to 125 conversations per month. I need to talk to 125 different people per month about real estate in order to achieve my goals of 25 closings in the next year. All right, and then now that we know that, let's divide that by number of days. All right, so I need to have 125 conversations per month. I'm going to divide that by 20 because of the weekends. Instead of 30, I'm going to divide it by 20 days in a month, and that's going to lead me to 6 conversations. I need to have 6 real estate conversations per day, 20 days in a month, for the whole year in order for me to have 25 closings in 2021. All right, 6 conversations sounds very reasonable and sounds very doable, and it is. All right, now let's find out, let's talk about where will these conversations come from? Where will these leads come from? All right, so ideally you want to divide this and break this into half and half. Half of these conversations should come from your existing database, your existing phone book, your existing sphere, your friends, family, and coworkers, and so forth. And half of the other conversations of the 6 should come from new leads. All right, so prospecting, open houses, giving out flyers, talking to the Uber guy, and so forth, right? So you want to have half of the conversations from completely new leads and half of the conversations from existing database, existing CRM, existing phone book, and your sphere, and so forth. All right, so that's it for today. Next week's topic, I'm going to talk about MPT, most productive tasks, and the best time to do these most productive tasks. What are the MPTs and when to do them? All right, folks, it's your realtor, Ismail Kolia. I hope you found something of value today. Please comment back and let me know what you've learned, and also let me know what you do to achieve your goals each year. I'd love to hear your why also, what it is that drives you to do what it is that you do. Thank you so much for watching. Ismail Kolia, Associate Broker with eXp Realty. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.